Leviticus 11. Clean and unclean creatures. The Lord spoke unto Moses and Aaron, teaching the people to discern between the clean and the unclean. Among the beasts of the earth, those that part the hoof and chew the cud were clean, but others, though familiar to them, were not to be eaten. In the waters, creatures with fins and scales were clean. Without these, they were unclean. Among the birds, certain kinds were forbidden. Birds of prey, scavengers, and those that fed on carrion, creeping things, were also unclean. These laws taught the people that holiness touched even the ordinary acts of life, what they ate, what they touched, and how they lived. And the Lord said, Ye shall be holy, for I am holy. A call not only to purity of body, but purity of heart. Leviticus 12. Purification after childbirth. The Lord spoke of a mother who had given birth. After bearing a son, she was unclean 7 days. After a daughter, the time was longer. These distinctions were not a judgment, but a rhythm of rest and recovery. When her days were completed, she brought an offering, a lamb, or if poor, 2 turtle doves, and the priest made atonement for her, and she was cleansed. God's law wrapped even childbirth with honor and care, teaching the people that all life was touched by His holiness. Leviticus 13. Diagnosis of leprosy. Chapter 13 unfolds like a careful manual for the priests. If a man had a swelling, a scab, or a bright spot on the skin, he was brought to Aaron or one of his sons. The priest examined him, not quickly, not carelessly, but with patience, for the decision carried weight. Some conditions required 7 days of isolation and another 7 if the case was uncertain. If the disease spread, the man was declared unclean. If it did not spread, he was pronounced clean. Even garments that showed the sign of decay were inspected. Through these laws, God taught Israel that holiness involved not only worship, but health, community, and compassion. Uncleanness was not condemnation. It was protection for the rest of the people. Leviticus 14. Cleansing ritual for leprosy. If a man was healed, he was brought again to the priest. Then followed a beautiful ritual. 2 birds were taken. One was slain over running water. The living bird, dipped in the blood of the first, was released into the open field. A picture of death and freedom, a symbol of restoration. The healed man washed his clothes, shaved, bathed, and remained outside his tent for 7 days. On the 8th day, he offered sacrifices, a sin offering, a trespass offering, and a burnt offering. The priest took blood and touched the man's right ear, right thumb, and right toe, as with the priests in their consecration. Then oil was placed upon the same places and poured upon his head. Holiness restored what disease had stolen. This ceremony whispered of a God who not only judges, but heals, restores, and welcomes back. Leviticus 15. Laws of bodily discharges. The Lord spoke of bodily discharges, conditions that made a person unclean, whether from illness or natural cycles of life. The laws provided order and protected the community. Any object touched by the unclean person was also unclean. Water, washing, and waiting were required for restoration. These laws might feel distant, yet their purpose was simple: to guard the people from disease, to teach respect for the human body, and to remind Israel that holiness was not limited to worship, but covered every part of life. And at the close of the chapter, the Lord said again, "Thus shall ye separate the children of Israel from their uncleanness." Holiness was safety. Holiness was compassion. Holiness was the way God preserved his people in the harshness of the wilderness.